Hey guys, so I just watched one of the craziest movies I've ever seen. It's on HBO. It's a little indie film called Inception. I had never seen this before because I am a square, but watching it and then seeing some of the media news of today got me thinking. So let's get into it. Inception is a 2010 movie directed and written by Christopher Nolan. Nolan, an amazing director who clearly loves messing with our brains, came up with the idea behind Inception when he was just 16 years old, saying he wanted to do this for a very long time, this idea of approaching dream and dream life as another state of reality. In Inception, two men who happen to look a lot like Leonardo DiCaprio and Joseph Gordon-Levitt are some of the best extractors in the business. That is, they enter into the subconscious of a high-level businessman in order to acquire trade secrets and information about a company. In reality, this job has actually taken quite a hit in recent years as people have begun simply saying everything they have ever thought on Twitter and social media, reducing their need. Basically, Leo and JGL create a crack team of architects and fellow extractors in order to pull one final job. They try to implant a belief into the mind of Cillian Murphy so that he will break up his father's company and the extractor's employer main competitor's business. In doing so, they will become very wealthy and Leo DiCaprio will be free to return home. While today, dream extraction nor inception are industries we know anything about, sometimes it seems companies know far too much about us and can manipulate us far easier than we would hope they could. They can do it so well that many times it can make us question if something became popular organically or if it was spoon-fed to us. For instance, have you heard this song?
Everybody but your dog, you can all fuck off.
Did you know that you were lied to?
This mega viral hit supposedly had its origins on TikTok with a whimsical suggestion, but there's controversy. I'll let Daniel's Wall explain.
Because of TikTok. But we gotta talk about what actually happened. And it starts with this video. I need your help. Where Gail asked for song ideas. And she definitely got them. But someone asked, can you write a breakup song using the alphabet?
A, B, C, D, E, F, U.
But if we look at the comment, we'll see this account name. And if we go to this account name, we'll see it's private. But if we look her up on Google, we see her on LinkedIn. In fact, we see her as a digital marketing manager at Atlantic Records. And if we look up Gail, we'll see that she's actually on Atlantic Records. And even though this was planned, it worked.
So yeah, that was not the equivalent of the world breaking out into songs spontaneously. Brilliant marketing just made you think it was. They can manipulate us by way of emotion. In a stressful world where everyone seems they are scheming for a quick buck or a power grab, wholesome natural interest and fun is wanted more than ever. We saw this with Pokemon Go. That genuinely took over the world a few years ago because of how it made us feel like kids again, rallying each other with a shared interest. The issue starts with corporations that see how powerful wholesome collectivism and spontaneity can be, so they begin to try to manufacture that. Here's another example, Kyle Sheely. This was brought to my attention by the hilarious Danny Gonzalez. He relays the Sheely saga, where a spontaneous prank on the local gas station led to a partnership between the two and profits on both sides. Sheely left a cardboard cutout of himself in a local Come and Go because he's just so quirky and has a reputation for doing things to make everyday life more fun. Within 5 days of the initial posting, 5 days, he announced a promotion with the gas station, and it seemed the world was one merry place. The timing raised some eyebrows, however, and he was quickly outed as having the partnership in place before the initial prank. The whole thing was a marketing scheme in order to trick his potentially naive audience, and they almost pulled it off. Now here's the last case, and this one is a little murkier. Axel Weber, the boy king of Manhattan. I'll just briefly touch on this as I encourage you to watch an expanded version of the events in this video by Kunken Dassner. Axel Weber shot to TikTok stardom as his boyish charm, affability, and hotness connected with young girls and audiences across the country. He reminds me a lot of a young Justin Bieber, back when he was like swishing his hair and shit. We were all like, hey, this kid is kind of swaggy. Let me see how he turns out. Another good comparison is Jenna Marbles or Jennifer Lawrence. These are people that were so charismatic and appealing, society lifted them to the highest extremes as an acknowledgement of how cool we thought they were. Axel, by way of his 4 million TikTok followers and 500K across YouTube and Instagram, is receiving much of the same treatment. But Fame breeds controversy, and now there are rumors that Axel is not simply a champion of the quirky and fun, but rather an industry plant meant to capitalize on our tendency to rally behind likable people in interesting circumstances. An industry plant is someone who appears to come out of nowhere and gain organic fame, but is actually part of a professional, coordinated effort from industry professionals to make that person famous. In Inception and in the real world, the best marketing is gaslighting people to believe that the product came naturally into their brain and they co-signed it. But it also shows how the subconscious will immediately attack someone if they are planting ideas that are not from within their own mind. Ariadne finds this out the hard way when she enters Cobb's dream space for the first time. She begins changing things within Cobb's dream, his space, and she is ruthlessly killed by the figures of his own self-conscious. This goes way past TikTok too. The same thing happens with all ideas that are forced upon us, minus the crazed mob and the stabbing, I guess. You don't smile when someone tells you to smile, and you don't like football practice, even though deep down, you actually love the game. In the political sphere, establishment figures have always drawn the ire of the voting populace. Hillary Clinton and Kamala Harris being prime examples of people the world already rejected multiple times before they were thrust back into the spotlight by the out-of-touch political elite. It is no shock that these two women have some of the lowest support in the American political system. We gave them a chance and they failed, but they were forced back into our lives as the media hailed them as loved and frontrunners. And we saw right through that because basically we didn't ask for this. There's a reason we cheer for home teams. It's the same reason that you comment first if you are early on a video, or tell your friend that no, actually you told him how good the new Spider-Man was, not the other way around. When we naturally become early adopters in a product or person, it feels as though we contributed a little bit. Like we own a little bit of whatever it is, even if we've done literally nothing. I'm sure you all have a YouTuber, streamer, actor, or even stock that is special to you because you found them early and on your own. Inception was labeled nearly impossible to complete correctly within the movies, with Cobb's last attempt leading to the eventual suicide of his wife. But when it did work out, the ends justified the means.
Welcome home, Mr. Cobb.
Thank you, sir.
So I guess it is up to the companies to decide if this is a risk they are willing to take. As we've seen with Gale, Axel, Pokemon Go, and countless other marketing ploys, when it works, it can go absolutely viral and net tons of profits for all sides. But the failures come with customers losing trust in the brand, the product, and even potentially holding a grudge against future products from the same brand. While they aren't implanting them in our dreams yet, it's clear that companies can work themselves into our subconscious, sometimes without us even knowing. So be careful out there. Hey guys, thanks for watching my first video. I know it is very rough around the edges and not up to snuff, but please let me know what I can do to make it better for you. I want it not only to be good for me, but also good for you. Don't be afraid to tell me if it's not good for you, because I'm here to please you. I want us both to come away very happy and smiling at the end of the videos. Okay, bye.